Namaste. Welcome, welcome. I'm looking at all of you beautiful beings on this incredible day. Oh, let me fix the banner. Turn you off for right now. Thank you. Welcome, everyone. Akasha here, Nan Akasha. I see a lot of you are here. I connect and then depends on the day, but sometimes the system takes 10 seconds, 10 minutes, I don't know, to connect with you. So I can see the comments and I'm connecting with you. And I've already created sacred space. I do that anyway myself all the time, especially in the morning. But before I do something like this and after, so I want to remind all of you beautiful beings that you are light and you are energy, and that energy can get dirty, can get infected by other people's opinions, by the news, by the media, by scrolling, by worrying, by thinking negative things, worrying and over focusing. Of course, you have to take care of yourself, but over focusing on what you perceive is negative in your life is creating it. Okay. It's negative creation, manifestation of what you do not want. Please give me a second. My eyes are, I may have to put my funny glasses on. I got a little dehydrated. I spent 2 days at my favorite sacred place here in the Yucatan, the Mayan, where I've been being called back to for, well, I don't know, maybe a year and a half now, somewhere around that. And I go do sacred ceremony, and it's phenomenal. And I'm up starting around midnight, 1 o'clock till through sunrise. Fires, just depends what the spirit calls for. Chanting, dancing, meditating, traveling dimensions, gathering spirits in an incredible sacred circle, opening the portals. The places I go, it's not that hard to create sacred space because it is a sacred space and everything is sacred. But what I mean is, like, you could go to a very beautiful forest that's extremely sacred, it's living, breathing, full of portals, amazing, right? And give me 1 minute here. All right, getting was nice and warm. That's clearing my throat now. Good. And I'm telling you this because this is the energy I have right now. So you're entering the sacred space between the worlds, the Infinity Healing Chamber, and we're doing it Ask Akasha. That's Ask Me Anything. So the best way to ask a question is, yes, you can give me information. No, you don't have to give me any information. I need to know who you are. So if I see your name, I can tune into you because I see the chat. I don't see you if you're not on the chat. So hi, everybody who's not chatting. And then I allow spirit to guide me, as we move through it. I'm going to do a group that's interesting. A group activation so that we can all get a little more aligned with our intuitive network, our entire light body. Okay. Our physical body has nerves and pathways and blood, which is full of all kinds of information, and DNA and everything. Okay. Inside of you, even in your bones, is alive and it's speaking, and it has its own unique vibrational field. It has its own signature, or what I call your soul signature frequency. Your soul signature frequency is the optimal, the ultimate, okay, the aligned you, the balanced you, the you that's in flow because you know that you're divine in a human body and you're flowing through life, trusting that everything is for you from where you are now, and you're you are focusing on, not working on, but you are giving your time, attention, and energy to raising your consciousness, opening your mind, freeing yourself from the mindsets, beliefs, patterns, habits in any level of your being, emotion, mental, auric, physical, on and on. You have financial body, you have a relationship body, you have a lot of levels. And we have 33 dimensions that are light body that we exist inside of before we pierce the veil and move into what the scientists call the infinite field. I had to put my dork glasses on. So these aren't reading glasses. I don't need them anymore after I had my surgery on my eyes. So I have these implants though, and they get very, very dry. And I didn't drink enough because I was doing ceremony for 2 days, enough water. So we are in the middle of the decade of metamorphosis. There's no denying it. There's no opting out. We're in it. We're doing it. It's happening. And we're in the center. It's 2026. So we went through shock and horror and, oh my gosh, I can't believe, and this and that. And, like we were like little squirmy little, infants in the beginning of this decade, right? Think about it. And now, who are you? Who are you? And what you are here to do is to rise out of your ego. You need an ego to be in a body. You have to have an opinion. You have to have likes and dislikes. You have to, like certain foods and like living at the beach or like living in the mountains or like silence or like to be around people or whatever, right? You like different kinds of music. And this is what makes you joyful. And we were raised in a era where we were taught we were bad, we were sinners, we were supposed to suffer, that we were being punished, that just to accept what you're given, trust and have faith, and maybe when you die you'll get something good. You give to everybody else and don't take, and that somehow makes you a good person, and you're no good, and just on and on and on. Okay, and we have risen out of that. And even when it doesn't look like everybody's going, but the world's not perfect. Oh my God. Okay. No, it's not. And it's not going to be, because what is your bar? You have to be creating your part of the world. Look in the mirror if you want to change the world. All of the classic guidance that has come through from books and music and poets and secret societies and sacred scripture and mystery schools and ancient symbols and all the alchemical texts that are written all over the pyramids and the temples and in ancient languages and oral traditions. So the truth is something that you have to find inside yourself. And that is sort of an Akashic Records journey. If you're familiar with the Akashic Records, I don't really talk about it, even though my name is Akasha. That's my spiritual name, and it took me a long time to hear it because it was just 10:10 when I glanced up, and then it went bink to 11. That was fun. I knew I had a spiritual name, and I was traveling with my mystery school, not mine personally, the one that I attended, one of them, with Alton Kamadon, the Melchizedek method. I'm a Melchizedek master beyond level 5. And then it was like I could tell I had a spiritual name, but there was a part of me that was afraid to accept it, to hear it, and to use it. It felt awkward and uncomfortable. It felt egotistical, to be honest. To me, it sounded like, oh, my name is Moonshine, like in where I was coming from, what I was healing from in my awakening. So you're on your own awakening path. Number 1, do not try to please someone else's idea of who you are. Number 2, do not live someone else's timeline. It's not the exact word, but it's the best word to understand. Number 3, I don't have any idea where this is coming from. Do not, we're doing more do nots. Do not, I get it. Wow, they're talking big today, okay? So I've already cleansed, cleared, sage, done everything, and you can tell that they're all gathered up here. on this really incredible day. So where are we? Okay. Do not you can use declare or speak. They want to, okay, the words that are most appropriate to the energy coming through right now are imprint or, yeah, imprint or declare. And we would call it do not speak or your pain into being. Trying to write it with my eyes closed. It's not working. I'm just going to let it go. Do not speak your pain into being. So make sure that you've turned everything off and you're present. We're in a sacred space. Acknowledge as if you were with me right now. Even if you don't have candles and sage and whatever else, you're sitting in your car. It's perfectly fine. You're a sacred being. Breathe yourself into that space. Ask for, that's it. Ask for the freedom from distraction and come into the moment. This is not an expansion process. This is a contraction process. You need to contract your view to get to your vision. Your vision is very high. It's expansive. It's with the eagle. It's in the skies. What I'm being shown is this beautiful sky with some white clouds, blue, and it's from the top of a mountain, a very rocky mountain with a lot of trees around it, but it's an open spot because it's kind of the pinnacle. It's the peak. It's not a scary peak, although it is pretty peaky. It's a beautiful vision. And when you are awakening the intuitive creator within you, because you have intuitive skills, you've always had them. Some you trusted, some you didn't. Some you've acknowledged, some you haven't. Some you've developed, some you haven't. Some you use sometimes, some you don't. Most of them you override. You override them with your logical mind, with your fear, and with your ego, and with everyone else's opinions. And when you do that, you shut it down and you weaken it. You are in that moment, not just saying, well, I really feel like I should stay home today, but I can't because I promised all these people that I would do this, this, and this. If you are a divine being in a spiritual situation, because every situation is spiritual, an accident is not a physical thing. It is not an accident. It was designed by your energy, by what you have said, by what you have done. You are an intuitive, and that is your divine side. And you are a masculine, physical builder, a dream builder. You're a manifester. That doesn't mean you work 85,000 hours, take a lot of uppers, talk louder than everybody, act confident and cocky, and climb the ladder of success until everyone looks up to you. And there's your life of misery. You can have all the same results without any of that drama, without any of that struggle, without any of that sacrifice, without any of that being an unpleasant person and seeking above the joy, the bliss, the harmony, the peace that is your nature. That is your divine nature. Your doorway to enter the intuitive realm is being peace. We told you this years ago. Prosperity comes from being able and safe and grounded and aligned and in faith and embodied and enjoyed, embodied with what you truly desire. If you keep denying your desire, if you keep putting it aside, if you feel embarrassed of it, if you feel ashamed of it, if you feel afraid of it, if you have people telling you can't have it, if you try to figure out how to do it and there's too much money or time or change or whatever in your life between you and that dream, so you don't dream it or you don't think about it or you shut it down, what's going to happen now? What is going to happen? Well, it isn't what you want, and it isn't a dream. You are the dreamer. You came with the dream. No one else has the dream. No one else holds the dream. No one else knows the dream, even if you've shared parts of it. And sharing your big dream is very precious and should not be done with anyone except in a sacred and safe place with a mastermind, which is a like-minded group who wish for similar outcomes. You want to become a dancer and they want to become a dancer. No. You want to become a dancer and they want to become a teacher. Whatever your dream is, but they have a dream and they want to see it and they want to focus on it and they know that it's here and they can feel it's here and they know that there's something out of alignment and they know that they need to listen deeper within and they know that they cannot live everyone else's lives and please everyone else and chase money and success and approval and rely on the exterior world to tell. No, that's not what gets to tell you how you feel. That's not what gets to tell you who you are or if you're good enough or if you're doing the right thing or not. It is not out there. It is in here. So the creator that you are, because no one else has created your life. It can be a tough reality, but what is the point of being upset about it or mad about it or blaming or shaming or guilting or shocking or avoiding or confronting or getting angry? Give it up. Rise to acceptance. Reclaim your power. Let your emotional body let go of everything you hold on to, whether you know it or not, and you begin to flow. Now your intuitive power is free. But if you are emotionally tense and stressed and have identities of being wounded and being the forgotten one and the failure and the unworthy one or the abused one or the powerless one or whatever it is, it was a story you chose to experience. It was a movie you watched once, and now it is not where you are focused, but you keep it alive and you drag it up and you dig up the corpse. Every time you say, oh, well, this happened to me. That person did this to me. So therefore I can't, I don't, I won't. Excuse my language, but fuck that shit. It's complete insanity. Handing your power over to the mirror, to your creation, forgetting you are the God, goddess, the creator, the decider, the director, the writer. You are it. And you're supported and you're guided and you have an intuitive network fit inside of you that could span 25 universes. But guess what? Yours is already connected to the intuitive network of the universe. So you think that the internet is wow. And yes, because you didn't use your telepathic network because it was buried and forgotten. Yes, that was part of the story. No problem. But then we missed the era of reawakening to the divine feminine, and we missed the era, and we kept creating through the masculine, and we kept pushing and forcing and chasing, and the greed went up and the distraction went up and the giving away of the power went up, and looking to others outside with envy or admiration and thinking, I wish I was them, or it's not fair they have it, or I wish I had that, or when will I have that, or why can't I have that? Sit with that energy. Everything that was just spoken into that. Do you see and sense that? Step back. You're in the sacred circle with me. Look at the energies that just came out. When you say those things, when you think those things, when you give your emotional body to that, to worry and to the past instead of to the present and what you are getting ready to create. Because right now you dream of the future. You decide how you want to feel, but how do you do it when you're in the past saying, I'm this, that, and the other thing, and I can't because of that person, and I don't want to upset this person, and I believed that person. It's all a story. Get it now. It's a story. Whose viewpoint is your story being told from? This is the fountain of youth, because youth is the ability to imagine, to dream, to remember, to embody, to play, to not be serious. Now, if your youth was not that way, there was a power and a wisdom in it. Reclaim it. Let the grandmothers clean that experience of all the perceived pain and what you think it means about you, because it doesn't mean anything about you. It doesn't mean anything about your power. It doesn't mean anything about your abilities. It doesn't mean anything about your worthiness. This is the dragon speaking now. We are here because you need a very strong boost. You need an ignition when the heart stops and they bring the shock. This is what is needed right now on the planet, because everyone's in a trance and everyone is asleep and everyone is operating by habit and thinks they have free will. But no, there's no free will when you say even one moment, I can't. Because even if you don't know, you are connected to the universal internet. You are one with the divine. You are pure light. You're an extension. You're an arm. You're a branch. You're not separate. You never were. You can't be. But what you believe and what you decide and what you say and what you live and how you act and who you listen to, this is what is creating the life you think is true. But it's not true. It's your truth because you told it was true and you gave it your power. But the minute you accept, oh, I created this. Oh, yes, that's right. This is one of a million stories that I have lived and one of 10 infinite billions. Didn't make any sense. Doesn't matter. That is a never-ending flow of solutions await you right now in this very moment. It is a part of you. It is in your DNA. It is in your cellular memory. It has been waiting for the moment that you decided to think and say and speak what you want, what you dream, to explore your other realm, to become the intuitive creator again. You cannot live the life of your dreams. And by the way, that is why you're here. You are supposed to. That is your promise. That is your agreement. That is your vow. That is your dharma or your dharma. That is your mission. But all that we've been through and everything in our known history, except what was buried, what was distorted. And remember, just because you can access information at the touch of your fingertips on your internet, you can access the universal internet, which is all time, all space, from the beginning of time to the end. It's all done. It's all created. It's all happening simultaneously. You can visit it anytime. You can call on it. You can find the mentors you had or that you were. You can call on the skills that you had. You can call on the skills that you will have. You can call on your future self. Have you heard your future self calling you? Your soul signature frequency is the frequency, the vibration, the song, the radiance that is being radiated from you, but it is overlaid because it is your blueprint of what is possible, your fullest potential. If you prospered, if you believed, if you nurtured yourself, if you spoke your reality into being with power, not with guilt, not with excuses, not validating yourself, none of this is needed. It is falling deaf on the ears of the universe. The universe does not hear your pity and your grief. It does not hear the pain. It hears what you say, what you feel. So if you feel pain, it will give you pain. If you start to imagine feeling bliss and harmony and joy for no reason, just overflowing joy and indescribable joy or anticipation or harmony or serenity or reverence or focus. This is called mastery, and mastery, it requires becoming a dragon. And a dragon is what all of those that guide you and love you, your Marys and your Buddhas and your Jesus and your Artemises and your goddesses and your powerful beings, the Melchizedeks and the Hathors and the Magdalens and the angels and the magical realms. Yes, they're all alive and real as much as you. They don't need you to believe in them to exist. Why do you need someone to believe in you to exist? Why do you need something outside of you to give you permission? Why do you need something outside of you to tell you that it's okay? To unplug from what everyone has told you, from what your senses tell you, from the news, from opinions, from the past, from the habits, from all of it. All of it. And walk in the living consciousness of the serene eternal moment. The serene eternal moment is never upset, even in the middle of an earthquake, a volcano. But know that your body is the earth body. So the universal body is your body too. And the divine body is yours by your sacred feminine side. But they are not sides, they are one. But they are aspects, more like facets of a diamond. And they show you different dimensions. You are the eye of the dragonfly. It sees all different perspectives at once. And then it collapses time into this moment and it says, and it comes down through the illusion. That's why dragon flies. Move through illusion. When you see them, they are bringing you the medicine to remind you it's an illusion. And you can choose, because the illusion has no power over you. You generate the illusion. Use any words you like. It's a hologram. It's a projection. It's a movie. It's a play. It's a game. It's a holodeck. It's a mirror. You came into a body with systems that keep you connected to the infinite field and every of the 33 dimensions. They all are specially coded for you. It's time. You joined today because there's a part of you that knows your dragon is whispering for you to remember you came in a golden egg. That is your light body. Inside that golden egg is a dragon. Doesn't matter if it looks like a dragon that flies and breathes fire, or it looks like Kuan Yin, or if it is a dragon that looks like fire, or water, or mist, or air. A dragon is the one that weaves the elements, therefore manifests reality and creates worlds. Air, earth, fire, water, ether, the central fifth element, weaving these like an expert with the ability to go to higher states of consciousness. To be the intuitive creator, you must contract your focus. It's not out there. Breathe in and bring your focus to last week. So out there could be the past. The past could be 5 minutes ago, 2 hours ago, 10 years ago, 5 lives ago. Let it go for right now. It will be there if you want it back. Nothing is being taken from you. You are safe here. This is the circle of grandmothers. Timeless and ageless. Wise because we have lived. We did not avoid life. We did not fear life. And when we gave our power away, we discovered it and took it back. And we got the scars on our bodies, in our hearts, and in our minds. And we rose again. And we went again and again. And we challenged the demons within us because they were an illusion. And we challenged the limitations that were put on us because they are an illusion. And we challenged the opinions of others and their power over us and their opinion of us because it is an illusion. And we chose to rise above, awakening the higher mind, allowing the opening of the flower that is within you of 10,000 petals and more. Those petals are your connection to infinite source, solutions, guidance, healing, love, resources, energy, inspiration, protection, anything and everything you need is already here, and it's for you. You do not take from another when you ask and receive, knowing that the divine provides you endlessly, like the Chalice Well, the Red Springs, the White Springs in Glastonbury and Avalon. They run 24/7. They never slow down. They never stop. They never rest. No one knows when they started. They are a gift from the Mother, from the earth. You too drink from this well. Go there, drink, bathe. Remember, let the land awaken and open your cells. Let the waters awaken and open your cells. Niagara Falls, 24/7, never turns off. This is the truth. You are fed, you are connected, you are nurtured, you are guided, you are gifted 24/7. There's nothing that can be held from you if you choose, declare, affirm, align, become, connect, and consistently stay in the state of your dream, even when outside of you it's pouring rain and your dream is a sunny beach. It is still there, and the rain will pass, and it's a reflection of your past. Now breathe in again. Contract your ideas, your thoughts to yesterday. Allowing yourself to be deeper into the moment and centered in your heart. Allowing yourself to be a clear channel for the divine voice of your divine self. Allowing the Fae, the fairy realms of the living consciousness of Earth, the Akashic records of Earth. That means everything is living in a place, in the dirt, the trees, in the temples, in the memories. All the years of people doing a sacred ceremony in one place creates a tangible portal, an Akashic record of great, great power. And when you go there, you feel it. But when you go there and you enter it as a living consciousness, you enter the portal and become one with it. Now you've embodied an entirely new reality, a state of consciousness that was not available to you from looking without. You must be here in this eternal now moment. Is there anything in yesterday you wish to thank, forgive, and let go of? Do it now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are done and you are over. All my past is done and it is over. I free you now from any attachments, any control, and any power over me. And I'm turning now to face forward to see what is rising in my life. I give you great thanks, and I unhook, unleash, dissolve, complete. And now as I turn my back on you, you no longer receive my power, my focus, or my attention. You live forever in the Akasha with my deep gratitude and love. I will return if there is something I need. Other than that, we are done. You are no longer a part of me. You no longer live in my mind or my bodies, and you no longer decide for me. Now, with a small little breath, like you're blowing out a candle, you send the past on its way, like a paper ship flowing across the bathtub. And it flows away and sinks beneath the waves, deep into your subconscious. It exists in the Akasha. It is a part of reality forever, but it no longer is a part of your consciousness. We now release all attachments to the past, the wounds, the fear, the lack, the limitations, the meaning, all that no longer serves, becoming my true mastery, living the life my soul intended. I am free. Say that out loud. I am free from all that no longer serves my highest good. Say it again. I am free from all that no longer serves my highest good. And again, I am free from all that no longer serves my highest good. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. It is done. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. It is done. Now feel the energy. Don't just say it. Be inside of the shift. You're connected to your 1,000-petaled lotus. You've declared that you are here to become the intuitive creator again, to cleanse and clear your light body through time and space, to connect to the universal internet, to be a clear channel, to be able to receive and know and trust guidance in this and every moment. You are an intuitive creator. Declare that I am an intuitive creator. I am spiritually free. I am free to be that which I was designed to be. Joy, bliss, and harmony are all that come to me. All is wrapped in these beautiful, divine, enveloped cocoon of light, and miracles and magic unfold on my path. Now, today, in this moment, I am clear. I am connected. The lotus in my crown is opening. I am in my center. I'm in my heart. I give my heart permission to be free. I give my heart permission to be safe. I give my heart permission to roll down all the walls and stand in the center. I am strong. I am present. I am divine. I am loved. I am light. I am infinite. I am here, a clear and open channel to my highest good. I am divine and human, and I love, accept, and align with all of me. Now you come into the body while maintaining this very expanded state. You practice coming down. Notice where your awareness is. Is it in the crown? Then start to come down through your inner eye, through your throat, wherever you are, or come up and from your heart, and you're going to go in to your sacral. You're going to go into your belly button. You're going to go into the space where your spirit lives, 2 inches below where your dragon egg is, where your kundalini, your potential, your life force. As you enter this, you're coming in. Your sacral is like a bowl, and you're settling in, moving around to sit like a little Buddha or like yogi. drop your spinal cord connected to your crown that is coming down through each and every one of your main 7 centers of light, 7 gateways, and 7 portals, interdimensional, timeless portals. Each chakra of the main 7 into the root, then the knees into the foot chakra, which is the balls of the feet. Wiggle your toes and activate the chakras on the end of each toe. Now send that energy like a tail coming from your tailbone, from your Genesis crystal, within your sacral, down now into your earth star. This is your chakra beneath your feet. This is where all of you let go. The drain is your feet. You let go of all that no longer serves you. I am free from all that no longer serves my highest good. I trust my path to unfold now. I am here to be a clear and open channel. I'm ready to shift, to let go, to change, and to be still, to listen, perceive, and to know. And everything else from your light body that doesn't serve your highest good now is now draining through your feet chakras into your earth star. As it enters the earth star, it's taken to sacred places within it where it is cleansed. And Grandmother Ishmukane, the heart of the earth, she loves. Gaia, she loves. The Earth Mother loves all of your stuff, and she composts it, she blends it, she breaks it down, she brings it back to love, to source. She remolds the fear, the ego masks, and she sends it all to a sacred treasure house of storage of your gifts, your wisdom, your powers, your memories, everything. And that is also here in your Earth Star. So now you declare that I am cleansed and I am clear and I am connected from my crown to my Earth Star. And I'm ready and willing to be a clear and open channel for that which is optimal through this entire experience and throughout my day. I am clear, aligned. I call on my animal totem guides now to come to me and walk with me. You will see, sense, and perceive your own. I call on my intuitive guides, network, in any form that are optimal for me at this time to assist in helping me stay clear, open, receptive, present, joyful, grateful. Let them appear to you. Maybe you sense or feel, see, hear, doesn't matter. They're aligning with you now, and that's just the truth of what's happening energetically. Today, our guide is the great Olmec head, or heads that were left from Lemuria, with jaguar claws, paws on top. So divine grandmother jaguar is holding your head And she is the one that can see through the dark, pass through worlds, through death, be reborn, be the sun, and be the midnight sun. Be unseen, but see all. She is pure love, and she holds your crown now. As you say, enter the sacred space for these intuitive readings, remember that everything here is your creation. Like it or not, listen. There are messages for you. You are receiving in many ways. You're not just receiving through your ears. You have, from the moment you arrived in this sacred circle, been receiving divine light, been receiving divine downloads, cleansing, clearing gifts, the many realms, from the angelic realms, the dragon realms, the goddess realms, the god realms, the fairy realms, the nature spirits, the trees, the plants, the animals, the elementals, all the realms down. And now draw your focus completely in to this moment, into you, sitting in your bowl. The past is gone, except for when you wish to draw from it. You pick up, like picking a file off your computer or a book off a shelf in a library. Next, you do not try to figure out what you are receiving. You are receiving and have been since the beginning, and you will until the end. And then it will continue energetically on all different levels, mental, emotional, spiritual, auric, in your spiritual realms, in your past, all different ways through different guides that you have, guardian angels or dragons. If you walk with Balaam, with Jaguar like I do, always with you, they also carry. Everything is here to support you. Entertain only thoughts that are beautiful, harmonious, loving, excited, creative, perceptive, calm, reverent, present. Allow the inspiration to move through you. Allow the realities to rise up from you, to come to you. The realizations, don't seek them. Don't find yourself craving and clawing after answers. When you ask a question, be neutral. Allow it to just simply sit and gift it and hold an open space for it, like a basket that, or open hands, an open chalice in your heart, an open that's it. Fill in the word. What is the open container you are now holding in some part of you for the answers that will come to you? I'm ready and willing to receive. I give myself permission to receive. I'm a clear and open channel, ready to receive. Now the interpretation, the application of the messages is a different department right now. We are in the high levels, the high brainwave states, the sacred etheric temple. We're connected to the universal internet. Each of us are aligned to our own divine pillar of light, to our earth star, to our crown. We are becoming light, more light. The suns are awakening in our many bellies. There are 10,000 suns waiting to feed you and fuel you. There is no lack in your truth. Now you must declare who you are, declare that you are here. You can begin with, I am here. I am a clear and open channel, ready and willing, open and receptive to receive that which is optimal at this time. I am, and then you can fill that in. As you speak it, think it, feel it the way you want it. That is your most important form of communication. To channel in the moment, you must allow all senses to open. You must become a master. And number one is your feeling. Free the emotional body and feel what is here without meaning or judgment. Be in the flow. It is coming through you. Give it permission to carry to you and be aware, present, clear. Don't leave the present moment or you will not be here to receive the message. The message may be a download you do not even know happened. The message will keep providing new levels of awareness, ahas, shifts over time. It may be a thought, a feeling, maybe energy moving in your body, maybe colors, memories, visions. You have 360 senses that you are allowing to speak to you, and the logical and egoic mind now goes on and takes a picnic, doing exactly what it loves, and we move fully into the intuitive, sacred feminine field of the divine flow, the connection, as within, so without, as above, so below, divine, human, mirrors, reflections, flowing together, eternal now. I am here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now feel joy, feel happy, feel open, and do your best to stay there. This is a very powerful, deep channeling that's just come through. It came through fast and it's extreme. The grandmothers are here. They were speaking with great power. We have the white dragon of Avalon, the red dragon of Avalon and of Canada. And we have very, very powerful, powerful energies. We've been gifted with a massive mystery school, healing, awakening, and attunement. So stay in it. Even keeping your eyes closed throughout this, laying down or sitting where you're comfortable, and be receptive. Be receptive. Everything that comes through in this moment to you specifically is a message for you. The messenger may change or you may not know. You may know it's a dragon or Archangel Michael or your finger, or you may not have any idea. It doesn't matter. Just receive your job. Receive. Do not infect it. Do not allow it to be hijacked by anyone or anything outside of you. And if you find outside thoughts coming in or doubts or anything, just breathe in and blow it gentle like that little paper boat, and it flows away from you. Right now, there is a question for you. Do you know that you are on an evolutionary journey? This is where you are listening. You are not answering from your mind. You're watching. You're centered. You're in your bowl. You are in the flow. You're connected above and below. As this comes in, you watch it come in like a wave. You let it go to the parts of you. You let whatever part of you raise the answers. You receive. It's a wave that comes in, and then you are the receiver of what comes from the cause of that wave creates an effect. The effect releases from your cells or your memory or mind or something, and that rises within you. You have to stay there to be the one that receives. You're standing in the center of the temple. You are the master, the creator. Do you believe you're on an evolutionary journey that is important and supported by the universe? Do you give it your focus or your doubt? Are you ready to become one with the cosmos and the earth, which is evolving, and awaken the living consciousness within you? This is the time of remembering you are the temple, you are a planet, and it is a planetary pilgrimage back to your purpose, to your sacred place. You open the portals within you, but if you are not having this intention as your mission, as your quest, this is the quest for the grail. The grail is the wisdom, the potential, the spirit, the truth within you. Who am I? Why am I here? What is trying to emerge from within me? Through me? I am alive. I am a life. I am evolving with the earth and with the cosmos, with the waters and the trees, with the ancestors, the stars, and the planets. I am unfolding consciousness. Now make your own declaration that you wish to enter this consciousness which is laid out in front of you. The universe is laid out in front of you like the Milky Way, like you're walking. And you walking out and through it and across it in any path, in any way. And whatever you think and whatever you feel is magnetic and is attracting, and it is forming your reality from nothing in every moment, from the wave of who you are to the form. The land is a living record keeper, and so am I. Why am I not accessing the living records within me with ease? Am I now willing to surrender whatever is in the way of me accessing the living records within me? Everything remembers, the waters, the stones, the moon. And so do you, your cells, your mind. But you remember harmony, bliss, power, wisdom, creativity, potential, joy, possibility, pathways, and then open it to the infinite to fill your container with the answer, the guidance, the energies. And that is happening now. Whatever you most need for your highest good is filling your container now. So I want you to take whatever you were given, whether you see it, sense it, or not, and put it somewhere. So this is your biggest power is your imagination, your ability to communicate with all these other realms. So do you take it and put it in a vault or a sacred altar or a beautiful garden or in your heart or wherever it is? And it has been given to you. You could plant it in the garden of your mind. You could imagine that you were given this beautiful seed or this beautiful sprout or this beautiful plant, and you take it and you put it there and you say, yes, I'm going to care for it. And then when you feel ready, take 3 deep breaths through your nose. Oh, I was muted. Okay. Gosh, I don't know how long that was going on. Oh, wow. That's interesting. Okay. So I'll be curious to see if the recording records what I said. So what I said was that we're giving great thanks to Damon because I am another you and you are another me. In La Quechalaquin, we are one. That means that what Damon opened was for all of us because we are Damon and he is us. And he was the pinnacle energy for opening that healing into the world. We all take it in a different way. We all move forward in a different way. We all have access to our divine selves in every moment. And it's important that you understand when you work with me in this sacred space, we're working multidimensionally. Okay? We're working on all levels of your being in all times, all the time. And I don't often say it or explain it that well. We're opening the Akashic records always when you're with me, and we're working in them. We're not worried about them as something static. We don't agree to fate. We seek destiny. And when we know that what we seek is already here and it's a part of us, then we get into the eternal now moment. It is important to develop your skills. It is important to remember that you have habits that are familiar. You have ways of being and ways of speaking. And you may leave this and say, I'm never going to say I'm stuck again. And you say, but I am stuck. So okay, you're declaring it. You know, taking the classes and developing your skills, it's necessary for all of us. Create your own reality with the power of your words. That is a vital class. Intuitive creator, vital for all of us. Awakening at whatever level we're at. Prosperity magic, the one that the grandmothers taught a couple of years ago. It actually, they taught us that peace is the number one state that we must enter in order to prosper. So chasing anything, where I'm going to live, how much money I'm going to make, when am I going to make the money, when is my soulmate going to be here? We've been taught to run, to chase, to worry, to think, to plan, to stress, to overwork, to overachieve. What we saw happen was Damon is this powerful horse, which is strength and freedom and can run free to express, but has been living in a pen like all of us, inside of conditioning, inside of perceived walls, inside of thinking, why isn't it working? I've done this, I've done this, I've done this. And not one thing that Damon or any of us has done was in vain. It was never a waste of time. It was a path where you were gathering wisdom. Maybe you could have shortened it up. It doesn't matter. That's why the past is that paper boat that we blow away, that just floats across the bathtub and slowly sinks. It is irrelevant because in this now moment, you choose. If you choose, I'm stuck again, you notice, you love yourself, and you say, cancel, cancel, no, 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 let's erase that. I'm no longer stuck. I used to be stuck. Now I'm free. And Damon will develop his own feelings and his own images and his own ways of connecting to that freedom feeling. He reconnected through time and space, through living Archangel Michael and the Tor and Avalon and being the horse and Epona and all these things. Why? Because those are archetype, those are essential energies for him that right now are the perfect medicine, the perfect language. It could have come through Isis or Egypt or a star being or an alien or Lemuria. It doesn't matter. What do you resonate with when you decide, when you speak? Then the universe can suddenly give you what you want. But when we are too focused on trying to be it, by becoming and chasing and becoming and worrying, we're in the way. So the freedom has been gifted to all of us, and Damon has been taken free. He has experienced breaking free like a horse, just exploding that gate and the fences and everything, the bit in the mouth and all the control that is represented from that, a broken horse. And you're not a broken horse. And you don't have to behave the way a broken horse or a tamed horse or a workhorse or a prize horse or a riding horse does. Those are all the old paradigms. Be what others say. Be what you thought you should be. Be what you think you want to. Be what pleases people. Be what's responsible. Be what's reasonable. No more. So this was insanely powerful. Just listening to this, you have been freed. But you have to start to realize and acknowledge everything that's inside of this sacred space with us. It is insanely powerful right here. And you can pick and choose, and you will take it, and you will take it aligned to what is optimal to you. So you don't blow open, and yet you may be kind of dizzy or tired or have sensations or see colors or be in an altered reality for a while. And that's good. Allow it. Nurture yourself, love it. Don't cling to it. Don't try to get back to certain sacred states. Don't try to achieve certain things in the physical world. Be the receiver and the projector of what it is you desire. And if you don't know what you desire because all you have felt is stuck, and you have been seeking, and you have been experiencing, and you have been traveling, and it's all been excellent because it's fed, and you've activated timelines, and you've woven and undone all. Travel is beyond excellent because you reconnect to physical energies, currents, ley lines, past, because all times exist. So you go a place and all moments in time exist, and you tune into certain ones. You've freed yourselves. You've resolved things. You've brought key codes. You've opened. You've done an incredible thing. You've been on a pilgrimage, and now you've arrived. So you can reimagine being free, and whatever that means, and free your mind, and ride the currents. What they showed is that the tour is very hard to climb, right? And at the top is a temple, and it used to be the goddess temple, and Merlin and Vivienne are still there, and all the different eras are there, and the dragons are there, and King Arthur is there, and Archangel Michael is there, and whatever, you name it. Mary and Jesus are there, and the megalithic beings and the long-skulled priestesses are there, and you name it, okay? Whatever was there, the fae, the fairies, all of it, it's there. So what is there for you? It's not all of it in one time, even though each time you go, you might get a different experience. It's why we keep going back to Glastonbury, because it has more portals than almost anywhere I know, through all different timelines. And we're going to be opening them like a living Akashic records, and then going in and becoming it. So then you now rode that current up, and at the top, you are inside of a womb. And you are sitting, and you are free. This is what you want to remember. Embody that, and then get up and let the day open doors. Let it guide you. Let it open pathways to you. Let it become unfolding before you. Not, I need to know. Where is it? Don't be that way. Be in flow. Be one with the path. It is here, and it is done. Thank you. Thank you, Master. Thank you. Wow. I don't know about you. I am just boiling. I always get hot in doing these. And that was like an entire class. That was like insanely awesome. So I don't even know the time. I'm going to move forward and do some more readings, but I want you to, hi, Aaron from the Czech Republic. How wonderful. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Distor. I'm Flower. Pleased to be here. Flower, could you give me some direction? Oh my goodness, yes. And Lisa, another Lisa, and Pretty and Pink. Well, that's awesome. Oh, hi, Candy and Ina and Freya and Tiffany. You felt that shift. I am free. Awesome. I know, like, we received a killer gift there, right? So please give me your feedback of what you're experiencing during these, whether it was for you or not. So many responses to questions. Candy, I wanted to ask, but never thought I'd be able to in this quiet guided journey. Thank you. You're welcome. That's what's so amazing about this. We get together into a temple and say, we're clearing open channels, and shit be happening, right? Tiffany knows, she was just in Canada with me. Woo, woo. So I am doing a Glastonbury Avalon retreat now. Everything got rearranged. I had to let go and let the universe guide it. So please come. It's in 4 or 5 weeks, but it's going to be amazing. And it's super affordable. And we are going to be walking doing something completely different than I've ever done there, than I've ever heard of anyone doing there. We are going to be opening the Akashic Records. Cinderella. Oh my gosh. Welcome, Cinderella. How wonderful. Thank you for being a new subscriber. I'm so delighted. Cinderella. I love it. Yes, thank you for telling me there was no sound, but you know, I don't know how long that went on. Unfortunately, 10 minutes. Cuckoo. Oh my gosh. Since I sipped my drink. You got the Kundalini Dragon Empress number 11. Fantastic. Oh my God. The Dragon Empress is so great. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Look at that. It went on a long time. Maybe she's channeling now and it's meant for her. Nothing's by accident. You guys are so sweet. It's true. It was a lot of amazing stuff, but whenever I did come back on, it came back. It's a private conversation, Damon. You're so sweet. I know. Well, the problem is navigating the physical and being that far out and dimensional is always interesting. Arietta from Greece. Oh my gosh. And Wanda, thank you for being here. Incredible opportunity, profound. Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you, June, for the joy you've given me. Oh, thank you, sweetie. You too. I'm so sorry, Nan. I cannot hear you for the last 10 minutes. Oh, okay. MK. Oh gosh. Oh, 20 minutes. Oh my gosh. Well, a lot of that was the channeling for Damon. So we'll see what happens on the recording. The Dreamers. Can I know about a past life? Okay, great. So, well, now I'm personally curious. Did Damon hear any of his reading? All right, good. Well, I may just have to drink in your ear from now on, so I don't do that again. All right, so June has a money concern. June. And I know this is a common one. So we're gonna go into, is that, oh no, we're gonna answer this first. Okay, we're gonna get to June, the money concern, because that's a big one for everybody, right? And Dreamer Music wants to know about a past life. Is that a particular past life? This is just for you. You don't have to tell me. Or a life that's relevant now that wants to speak to you. There's different ways to receive that. And wow, I think well, we're here now. Oh, good. You got a change in your solar plexus. We worked with your solar plexus. 10,000 suns opened in your solar plexus. Yes, it was quite profound. And we discovered, Damon, like I said, that you were like a horse that is, like this, stuck. And there was Epona, the goddess Epona, which is a Celtic goddess, came, and then we rode through the doors of time, and you went up the tour, and that's kind of the essence of it. Okay, let me just see. You were putting your treasure somewhere, planting it in your imagination. Okay, good. So that's very interesting. Just seeing. So there's a couple people that Spirit wants me to address before we go into June's money concern. Right? Like what? If I'm you and you're me, and why? That's a good question, but I don't know if it could have an interesting answer. Wonderful. Oh my goodness. So we have Cinderella. What's coming towards me now? Okay. And hi, Claire. And Akasha, how to move forward. Ooh, everybody wants to know how to move forward. Well, that last one was really good about moving forward, but let's see what comes through now. Good God. Ina. Wonderful. And Pretty in Pink. Lisa. Lisa and Lisa. My two Lisas. Flower. I love flowers. I bought flowers. All right, so that energy was for Damon and a lot of different things, a lot of people. We were very, very powerful in that. Remember to not speak in the old identity. Once you've claimed freedom, you want to make sure you know the words that you use when you erase. If you say you're stuck again, you're not stuck. You've been freed. So now you go, oh yeah, I've been freed. I'm not stuck. Oh, how does that feel? Let's see. I'm free. And then you find your ways of reminding yourself, okay, that you're doing something new. You know, you're eating a new diet or whatever, just something that gently reminds you of who you are. Okay, good. All right. So, Ina, I have something coming for Ina. And highest good would brighten my day. How delightful. Ina. You have three choices, Ina. It depends on how you proceed from this moment. Who do you think you are? What are you being? What are you doing? How are you experiencing yourself in this moment? How much of you is living in an identity that isn't bright and joyful and trusting and aligned with your highest good? So the first choice is that you make a very simple decision, and it's going to reorient your direction. And this is inside of you. You can do a little blessing. You can give yourself some flowers. You could light a candle. You could just say something. You can just go out and look at the sun. Take a sacred moment. And this is, who am I now? Who am I being? Who am I acting like? Who do I think I am? And those are layers. You're going down like this. Go down, go down, go down. Ask to go to the deepest layer of who you are that is optimal at this time. You don't need to go into super far out shamanic journeys right now. This is something that can be very simple. But if your guiding light is bright, bright, brighten my day, brighten my day. What brightens my day? If I brighten my day, I brighten others. I brighten everywhere I go. Then I am aligned with my light. Then I am being my light. Then the light within me, the sun within me, the 10,000 suns, one behind the other, behind the other, behind the other, the infinite amount of divine fire, divine light coming through is very, very beautiful and very, very present. Don't fuel anything that doesn't brighten the day. It doesn't mean it's all up, up, up energy. Light is illumination. Light is illumination and enlightenment. You're illuminating the path to your enlightenment. Your enlightenment is a portal, a dimension, a frequency where your soul signature song is allowed to sing its song and be in the sun, your day in the spotlight, your moment in the sun. You must receive in order to become, in order to radiate, in order to brighten. There's nothing outside of you that will brighten your sun. It is the sun within you. It is good to call on the jaguar. It's good to call on the jaguar because the jaguar is what's called the midnight sun. In Lemuria, the jaguar is the sun. As it rises, it comes down. It can see, it moves. It's bringing life force. And then as the darkness comes, it enters the darkness. It is the guide between the worlds. It is the guide from light to dark, from day to night, from left to right, from masculine to feminine, from physical to etheric, from your divine self to your physical, from broke to rich, from unhappy to happy. She is the bridge walker of anything. And walking with you, you see in the dark, you walk safe and unseen, so that if there is no light, you are the light. You are the light. Declare, I am the light. I am the light. There is no darkness my light cannot penetrate. I am the light, eternal light, only light, loving light, creative light, joyful light, uplifting light, harmonious light, inspiring light. There's an inspiration that is waiting for you, and your heart will open to it the way that a bud opens to that morning light. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Divine Sister, for walking this path with me. For all of us, we receive through Ina, as we did through Damon, this beautiful light. These truths are true for everyone. A message comes through because it is what is optimal for the person. And if it comes to you now and it's like, that was beautiful, but perhaps later that seed will come forward in a more powerful way. If it is, wow, that shifted me, that expanded me, that ignited me, that opened doors, that answered my questions, well, then you know you're in the right place at the right time. You take whatever frequencies are there for you. So be sure that you join the Intuitive Creator, because you can go here, it should be beneath. It's on sale, and there's a payment plan and everything. This is an opportunity to be in this kind of a space on a regular basis, receiving readings, giving readings, increasing your confidence, opening your powers, realizing how and who you are when it comes to this, and freeing yourself. It's very, very powerful. Okay. Wow. Okay. So now, thank you, Ina. I'm going to move to Cinderella. Cinderella, Cinderella. I can't tell you how much I love that. What's coming towards me? Okay. So I'm being called to put up the screen. I just totally got taken out and didn't do any of the proper things I was supposed to do to start the show. So thank you for being here. I appreciate you. And this is what we're doing today, in case you hadn't figured it out. This is the class. This is the bonus that you get with the class, or you can just join this for $17 on Sunday, tomorrow. And this is our Glastonbury event. So we have a lot of wonderful things now. No, this is the wrong one. Okay, so I'm gonna, there's an image. There's the full moon. Okay, no, it's not here. Is it this one? No. Sort of, yes, okay. These are just vibrational art that when I make them or Chris makes them, they have an intent, an energy, and codes within them. So you can look at this, everyone, and start to attune to what is optimal for the highest good of Cinderella. And that being an archetype and you being here, of course, it means you too. So I'm weaving you, Cinderella, into the center of this, into the rose and around you in an infinity weave. So first of all, there's a need to bring you back into your timeline where it is optimal for you to be, to center you, to soften, to come in, to let go of whatever you're holding on to. It's like someone holding, pushing, not feeling dragged towards something and pushing, but not so dramatic. More just like you've been holding the walls out or holding at bay what is coming towards you. You've been holding your hands like that. And that's energetically, right? I'm not sure. Don't go too fast. I don't trust. I'm not sure. So we're weaving you into this sacred geometrical portal. This is a beautiful healing chamber. As you can see, there's an above and a below. There's a divine light coming from above and from your crown down into the earth star, into earth. You are the center of the rose, and you are in this sacred shape that is a flower unfolding. There is a hesitancy. And so this is something that is still on a pedestal. It's still in some place sacred. It's still, see, there's the curtains opening, there's the pillars. This is like something precious, something amazing that is here. You're there, and you're like being nurtured and being prepared to be presented, to be open, to be awakened. But the curtains have been drawn back now. So wherever you're moving forward to, come back into this space first. Be the center, receive that light, allow all around you these sacred shapes, these spheres, because these are coming from your soul's song, your frequency, but not the frequency you put out. Remember, the frequency we put out is mixed with fear and doubt and this and that and some bliss and some love. That's where we're vibrating. That's our reality. Our soul signature is that highest potential. And that is here to nurture, to realign, to soothe. So there's beauty and grace. There's a lot of love and light. There's a lot of the rose energy. So the rose energy is very at a vibrational level. Rose essences work with your pulse of your cerebral spinal fluid. They work with the up-leveling, as you're up-leveling, with recalibrating the pulses and the frequencies in the body. So they're showing me that some rose essences would be very good. I like Paralandra. These are flower essences you take. You can use some rose aromatherapy, but some of it is very not vibrationally attuned to you because you're at a higher frequency. You need high frequency essences, and everyone must be careful with the makeup of things that you use because you are awakening to very high frequencies, and those things could be too earthy or too grounded in an old frequency that is not for you. Next, from this place, stand here, let the curtains be opened, and from here, let it unfold like the red carpet being unrolled in front of you. Then you will know where to go. But this is a state to take because we've just had the full moon and Lammas, and we're moving towards 8-8. Really don't worry about anything specific unless you get a very specific inspiration. Then listen, act, research, create whatever you want to do. But it isn't until after 8-8, which is a week from now, that you will be, very important, that you will be in the right receptive state. So stay here in this place, this kind of precious place where you're receiving and you're surrounded and you're balanced and you're loved and you're in this, like, it's not just like a safe space, right? It's like beautiful, you know? It's like a sacred jewel. You are a sacred jewel. recognizing that, becoming this, becoming the feeling and the essence of that you are so precious and so magnificent and so powerful and so beautiful that you are here in this precious place, being cared for and protected, revered, valued. Do not move forward until you embody that. Then your path will unfold like the red carpet before you. Then you can explore out. There's nothing holding you back. It's the state that you move forward in that is most important. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Cinderella. Ooh, la 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 la. I'm not sure who asked for the past life, but if that was part of your question, Cinderella, the idea is that you have a realignment and you can call on those lives where you knew what it was like to be treated like this, to be treated like royal, to be treated, valued, and revered, loved, respected, taken care of, nurtured, like living in that, not from the old paradigm of like, I'm better and I have all the money and I'm greedy and I take for me. That's not royalty. That was greed out of control. But that idea that you're precious and that there are already built into your life path this kind of royal court that travels with you and is there. And yes, you can come down. I actually humorously just saw like a jeweled coach like in Cinderella open and the foot come out with the big jeweled glass slipper and your foot's coming out onto that step. But holding that name embodies the archetype. And there's a reason for that. And the archetype had what? Two sides to it. She was always royal. She was always entitled. She was always the heir. She was always the love. She was always destined for true love. And she found it even through the darkness, even through anyone outside of her trying to suppress her, repress her, lock her up, hold her back in any way. So it doesn't matter anything. This is true for all of us that we've lived. We have both sides within us as well. Thank you for that. That was a great, great blessing. I really appreciate that. All right, Claire. Where is Claire now? Claire, 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 Claire. Where is dear Claire? Lily. Hi, Lily. Hi, Saran the Alchemist. I'm seeing some new people here. Hello. You're so welcome, Ina. It brightened your day in beauty and grace. I'm so glad. A plexus release, Damon. Thank you. I'm so glad. So fun to watch the deep channeling, but happy to hear your voice again. Can I know about a past life? Okay, that was Dreamer's music. Dreamer. Past life. We're going to have a lot of that. Check the chat. Okay. So Claire, I think you just wanted to know about your Akasha or moving forward. I'm not going to be looking anymore right now. So I'm going to do a few more as you gather, and then we're going to end with June's question about money concerns. Money concerns. Money concerns. Okay. So Claire. So it's always very important, and I teach you in the class, of course, many, many ways of clearing and cleansing your field. Once you have done a reading, for yourself or anyone else. You must clear the field. Let anything that's optimal for you stay. Let anything that isn't or that is released go. So right now for all of us, because we've had some very, very deep experiences in medicine and transformations happening, we've got some white sage. Just call on the sacred smoke, the ancestors, the essence of the white sage to bring us this clarity and communication. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, good. All right, Claire. All right, everybody. Claire is entering the center of the sacred space. And as she enters, the winged ones are here. The feathers are here. The wind is here. We're receiving a beautiful cleansing from the sacred winged ones. You can feel the breeze from my smudge fan. Whoops, made from Canada. I received some new feathers this weekend. Okay, good. So you need the breath of life around you, especially the heads, the shoulders, around the neck here, down the arms. Let go of something you've been holding on to with all your arms like this, almost like a little kid that holds around your leg and then you try to walk and you're holding on to something and your life is moving forward and it's difficult and you're too busy hanging on to get off and start to explore. It's time to explore the life you're inside of. You're not waiting for anything. You're not hitching a ride. You don't need help getting anywhere. You've arrived. Let go of whatever you think you needed to do to get there and be here now. Be here right now. Yeah, that's it. That's all they have to say. It's very important and very powerful because you can't receive if you aren't here now. Okay, dreamer, our dreamer music. Okay. Yes. Okay, I need something. Hang on a minute. Yes. Okay. So we're going to go into past lives. Dreamer music was kind enough to open the door for that. And we are always interacting with past lives. It's not a concept that's lost, that's outdated. It's a concept that's just barely become ready for its time. Past lives, future lives, simultaneous lives, other lives, interdimensional lives, planetary lives, star lives, they all exist. They're not silly. You're a multidimensional being and you have many, many to pick from. So when you become aware of them, it becomes either, is it true or not? Or why don't I know them? Or where is it? And your past lives can hold vows, contracts, and blocks that keep you afraid. They can hold wisdom, knowledge, and powers that can free you. And many, many of your other lives are reaching out right now, wanting to co-create, wanting to communicate. You benefit from being in flow with them. So let me go. I think I have a lot of other things here. I think I know what's calling. So because I channel in the moment, and I'm going to be teaching you some of these very deep concepts that will make it easier and more exciting and more profound and more multidimensional than just pulling a card or getting a message, is that everything's alive. And so we might be channeling from Mother Mary here, or from this rose quartz, or this malachite, or this beautiful ancient mother, Isis, or Bast, or whatever, the jaguar. It could be the crystal, it could be the form, it could be the essence, it could be the history, it could be the lineage, it could be, right? So that's why opening the Akashic records or the book of life that is within us and then around us and wherever we go is knitting back together. It's recreating that grid and tuning us in. Your lives are simultaneous. And when they're relevant, it becomes a very full and interesting experience, like walking with them. Okay. So, dreamer. All right. I'll be right back. I'm not going to mute. I'm afraid. Wait, okay. Okay. Put a big sign right here. So when I come back. Okay. So this is my turtle rattle. Oops, let me turn that off. I'm unmuted. My turtle rattle that I was gifted in Canada. Look at this. Turtle is my Mayan totem animal, and I live on the beach where the turtles lay eggs. So, and this woman didn't even know me. Isn't it incredible? So this is what's called to help us with our past lives right now. And there was something else here too. I have to get something to drink. I'm completely out. This, yes. This is also from Canada. Tiffany knows what this is. So we had a Native American woman come, shaman, like, and we had quite a journey. I got swallowed by a red dragon and lived in the throat for quite a while as the fire breath burned away her old body. I didn't get my body back, so they had to do some magic. And then the next morning, after I woke up and went for a walk to the lake, I started to get my new body back. However, it erased something quite profound. This is the specific bundle she gave us. And specifically, she says this is to seal or unseal. That's what I got since I've been using it. So this has also come. So as you do sessions with yourself, respect the energies that are calling, because intuitive readings are about intuitively receiving from the many, many dimensions that are speaking. So a message might just be, oh, a lion came and said this. Yes. But what else was there, and where was the lion, and how did the lion appear, and was it solid or was it etheric, and did you see it or did you feel it, and did you feel something in your mind, and what else is speaking, and so on and so forth. So what I'm going to show you this year is that you're not just awakening intuition or developing a new intuitive way to get into the records or to access. You are becoming the intuitive creator. It's very profound. This is a mystery school class that is way beyond intuition awakening. So if you need help, let me know. But there's like a payment plan for like $50 a month or something. So this is an energy that's here now in our circle. So you can draw from this, the consciousness of this, the energy of the ceremony we were in, the lake, the energy, the dragon, everything is embodied in this and everything else we did, because I put it there. We built a circle, we built a portal, we opened a really sacred portal, we made a crystal grid on the land as well. We had lots of fire ceremonies. So there was a white feather, all white. He calls himself white elk to me, native elder that lived in the trees of the land, not just his land, but all the land there, that came and appeared to the shaman. And after that, he and his wife would come. What other energies are in this? We did a lot of hot tubbing and steaming, saunaing, and so it's very purifying, right? And going to the lake and then Niagara Falls. So this is its own energy, plus this particular one has been in ceremony doing all of that. So I'm telling you this because it's important you realize that you don't just have a bundle of white sage that technically white sage does this, and this, and it is the plant XYZ, and this is the scientific name for it. It is a living divine essence, and it reacts to its environment. If it's a full moon, it has different things that come forward. The moon is magnetic to all of us. It moves our life force through us into different parts of our body at different times. So when it's the full moon, still now we're going away from the full moon, but that energy is still here. We've just received the harvest. And when someone brings you so much harvest and so much goodies, and then you're traveling away from the big store you went to and got all the goodies, maybe you haven't seen all the goodies. Maybe you don't know all the goodies you received in the full moon, right? So this then also depends on the land it was grown on and the person that bundled it, and the energies it had and where it has been. And this is true for you. And you are here to say, those energies that are a part of me in my past, I'm not interested in anymore. You no longer have power over me, and you write them out and you send them off. Then as you allow energies to speak to you, this morning was very strong Palo Santo, which is a wood thing, and white sage. I always do copal, but it came later, which is highly unusual. It's a Mayan incense that's extremely protective, and you can see in the shadows. So this is what came when I went to look, and the turtle. And the turtle, not just the turtle, which has many meanings, but it's Mother Earth. And most indigenous cultures, it's sacred time, because this is the sacred calendar on the back, 13, the 13 numbers of the sacred Mayan calendar. And all the other aspects of the turtle is home wherever it goes. The turtle is protected wherever it goes. It just goes within, right? It is 1, 2, 2, 2. And then it moved. So that's also a message, right? Then whatever I just said, 1, 2, 2, 2, that aligned with 2, 2, 2, and you're the one. So we just received a triple 2 energy. 2 is 1 and 1. Then you're together. You're never alone. You're supported. You have your house with you. You can go within. You are protected. You're always at home. That means you're always safe. That means you can dissolve the walls around your heart. That means you can start to think with your heart and be with your heart and receive with your heart. You got to get out of the mind. The mind is for creating reality, but the mind is polluted. So she's coming for a lot of that cleansing, I guess. And this is unsticking us from whatever. So we're going into a past life reading now. And I think this is going to be extremely significant for everyone, of course, because that's the way past lives are. They're here to reveal, and we can unhook, and we can transform, and we can travel with them, and you can watch them, and you can become the person in them, and you can feel the feelings. Oh, I feel scared. I feel anxious. I feel alive. I feel hunted. I feel peaceful. I feel royal. I feel loved. I feel sacred. I used to know how to talk to the goddess and the wind. I lived in a dungeon, like whatever. Okay, you have all the experiences, and they're all there. They're the library. The buffet is before you and around you and within you and travels with you, and it's freedom because you get to choose. Oh, that's the other thing. With the horse, when Damon became the horse, since I don't know what you guys heard, you started to break free, and then you were running and free like a horse, and then through rainbow ethers and colors and time and whatever, I don't know. And then you suddenly appeared at the Tor in Avalon, right? The Isle of Avalon, which is very tall and and takes time to climb. And at the top, all that's left is St. Michael's Tower, and it's open. And the Mother Michael and Mary currents, the earth currents there, very famous currents, right? The dragon lines as well. They wind around the tour and they meet at the top, right in the center of that tower. And she forms a little uterus and he comes in like this. And you ended up going in there and sitting right on that spot. That's where we all go, because that is creation. So you were brought back to being the creator of who you are, your reality. And I left you sitting there. You were radiating little waves of colors, you know, rainbow light, like magnetics. Like if you could see the body heat and you were watching it, you were sitting there cross-legged in the center on the top of the tour. You had dropped your root into this place because you had declared your freedom and you reclaimed your strength and you were no longer stuck. You broke free of that. So none of that is true. None of that is reality. And your essence is sitting there, and you need to go there when you wake up and when you go to bed and any other time. And you need to imagine going there, look at pictures of it, watch videos, imagine it, whatever gets you there vividly. I am here because it is a super sacred place. It was the site of the goddess temples where Merlin helped teach, and Vivienne and Morgana, Arthur's sister, and Arthur was initiated. And of course, Guinevere's involved. And it has ancient megalithic as well. Druid zodiac is a part of it. Within it is the White Springs and the Red Springs. So it has the masculine and feminine waters running 24/7 through it. Okay. And the reason I'm explaining this is well, if you go there or you come there with me or you ever go there, you know, this is a living pyramid. It's a pyramid shape. It's full of apple orchards, which has another whole meaning because of the goddess and the star and the seeds and the apple and so on. And we use those. But this is where I left Damon and maybe you, meaning that all the freedom we experienced in that was to realize that in whatever way, are you a horse that's breaking free of being tamed, being broken, being controlled, having a bit in your mouth telling you where to go? Well, if you feel stuck, that's what you are energetically, metaphorically. And Damon's spirit and mine as a Sagittarius, certainly part of me and part of all of us, is we're in the year of the fire horse. And so we're all experiencing horse energy, which is strength and freedom. Horses don't hurt people. They could break out of almost any place they are. However, they don't. So it's time to give permission to yourself, that strength and power inside of you that's chomping at the bit. You are just there like racehorses, like let me out, let me out, let me out, let me out. And then whoosh, through the ethers, through time, through space, appearing out of one of these living Akashic record doors that we're going to open when we're there. And you burst out at the bottom of the tour, which is where the Mists of Avalon and the Lake of Avalon and Lady of the Lake, Merlin and everything else that's there. There's the Holy Grail is there. There's the Holy Thorn Tree of Joseph of Arimathea, the Magdalens, the Marys. It's just beyond belief. So all these are on offer to you. Whatever you need to, I'm just remembering this, so I want to make sure that we all can reinforce it if we did hear it, and if we didn't, because I didn't remember, is that what we were gifted with when you were doing an intuitive reading. Okay, I'm teaching you as well as gifting you, so be aware that this is watch how to do this. What I'm seeing, what I'm experiencing, what I'm sensing as I describe it, it unfolds, it moves, it becomes a movie. You're visualizing it or not, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how you're receiving the energy. Let it be exactly what it is and enjoy what's coming. And then it will turn into something else. Don't ever get attached to why don't I see visions, okay? And don't be attached to repeating a glorious an experience. Okay, I want that again. Oh God, I spent so many years doing that. You block the experience that's right here in the moment. It may be a quieter experience that you're having. It may be a super joyful experience. It might be one that one of my clients had here in a cenote when we were doing gong standing in the waters in the cave, and it was really wow. And she said, "Can we scream?" And we said, "Yes." I've never heard such a scream come out of somebody. It was painful, and she screamed just from the guts of her being and let it out. Right. So we are becoming reattuned to it being safe, to be in separate space, to use our imaginations, to use our vision, to be free of the restraints. It might be perceived restraints because of certain people around you don't want you or want you to do certain things, or you're afraid of doing certain things, or you feel you don't have the support or the money to do certain things, or you feel frustrated that you've been trying to do all these things. And all of that is the past. So we took the past and turned it into a tiny paper boat. That's all the power it has. It has none. And we, just like a little paper boat across a bathtub, that bathtub is significant. It wasn't a giant sea in my vision. I need to say, oh, you're on water. What kind of water? I was very specific because it has a different energy. If it was going over Niagara Falls, that would have a completely different energy. If it was going out to sea, if it was going across a vast, vast lake, if it was going into turbulent seas, right? If it was floating in a picture of pink lemonade. Do you see how communication is happening in every tiny little thing that is revealing itself? And you don't, especially if you're doing it for other people, which is what's powerful about this class, is that you get to receive, which we all need to do. And then you get to give, and you're being received and you're being valued. So you give in a way you've never given. You become a clear channel. And then I get to be there and help you guys more vivid, more. What else are you seeing and feeling? Where are you? How do you feel? How old do you feel? What is the sense here? You can be in the person and walking around seeing from their perspective in a past life. You can be watching them from above, from below on a screen. If it's too intense emotionally, you can dial that down and take your focus back. In the beginning, I have to get something to drink. The grandmothers were teaching us how to bring our focus from being out there, I'm seeking, I'm searching, I'm going, like somewhere out there is what I want, and bringing it back to last week, to yesterday, to today, to this moment. Because right now, in this eternal moment, it's a new moment now. It's always flowing. And this is the only place there's power. And this is the place your mailbox is. And I'm going to teach you a whole really cool process about your mailbox. Part of what we experienced was have a basket, have an opening, be ready to receive the answers that come. So with past lives, you're doing the same thing. You're watching, you're curious, you're receiving. How does it feel? Do you feel like, if you feel stuck in the past life or in the reading, and you're like, I don't get anything else, change your perspective. Fly above the situation and look, become an eagle and see a wide perspective. Go back in time before the situation you're standing in. If you're standing when you're being sentenced to be beheaded, and you back up and you go back through the life and you look at what happened leading up to that, or you go forward in time, or you go to the death, or you talk to the person, or you go into the person. You can play with the perspective. You can be in front, you can be in back, you can be right there with them, you can be monitoring, you can be reading, okay? You are the creator, and intuitive language can take any shape, any form. If one person loves Mother Mary and another person loves Isis, then they may perceive a divine messenger that comes to them as Mother Mary, or as Isis, or a dragon, lots of people like, or angels. They are all real and they're doing things, but whether you perceive them the way you think they should be perceived is not important. It's important to listen and watch to see how you receive. Very nice. Okay, I have to get, I think so. I need something to drink. Now, we're going to still end with June soon, but we're going to, we have a few more. We're going into past lives because of dreamer music, but many of you, and Lisa, and Flower are all Lisas. Now, all of these will be for all of you, of course, but these beautiful beings have spoken. And when you speak, you open a door. And so you've each opened a door for each of us. Isn't that beautiful? Very beautiful. Wow, wow, wow. All right, so the Oracle deck has called to us. And we can do that. Don't know if I have this image without the words on it, but here we go. All right, so we're going to go ahead and just start this next section by honoring and respecting and giving great thanks to the sacred space. And we breathe in and we release all that has happened, all we've received, all we've released, and acknowledge we are completely new beings. So we re-enter this sacred space in reverence, presence, and love. Gentle breath, blowing the past away like that paper boat in a bathtub. It was specific, in a bathtub. And then it just goes to the end and gently goes to the bottom and becomes one with the subconscious again, becomes one with love. It still exists. Everything you say and do and feel always exists, will always exist. That's what the Akasha is. It's an imprintable field that we live within, but we are one with it. Now, as you enter this sacred space, this time you are a new person from the beginning of the call. I want you to respect and honor that as we light this sacred incense from our shaman, Sachi, the red dragon, white elk native elder, the sandals of time, sacred portal we created and opened, the lake, Kawaja, and all the lakes leading to all the waters of the world. Purify us, cleanse us through all dimensions and time. Now this sacred smoke is unsticking you through all dimensions and time. This is the year of the phoenix and the fire, and you are surrendering to the sacred fire. You're unsticking from your thoughts, your beliefs, all you perceived as holding you back, all you perceived that you couldn't do. You're becoming a clear and open channel. I am a clear and open channel. I am aligned to my highest good and what is optimal for me in this moment. I am a clear and open channel. I am a clear and open channel. I am open and ready, willing to receive, clear, loving, supported. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's a very potent and very strong herb. You might smell it or feel it. And all the power and magic of that ceremony we did was extremely powerful. It unstuck us from our lives and returned us with a new body, a new identity, freedom from old ego. That's all on tap for you here. As you enter the temple of past lives, this is the place for your answers, for your desires, for your creations. Respect this place. It holds your powers and your wisdom. It holds your wounds and your fears. It is completely neutral. It does not judge you, nor choose for you. You cannot and will not be told what to do here. You are the master. You are the master. You are the clear and open channel right now. Right now. Right now. So, our sacred guide today is the Mother Earth, the sacred turtle island we live on, sacred time encoded on her back. You breathe in and close your eyes. You surrender to the fire, walk through the dark. You follow the sound to her heart, and you receive the runes of time, the stones of time are unraveling for you. Enter the sacred space between the worlds, the living conscious library, the book of time, of galactic time, beyond time, and before time. They're open for you now. You have a guide appearing to you. That guide has come to guide you to the past life that is optimal for what is going on in your life now, what is most on your heart, most on your path, most in your craw, in your craving, what is holding you back, and what is ready to appear for you. You must attune to this. You hear the music. This is Dreamer's music. She has requested this opening, and we are here all together. We are one. We are each having our own past life temple experience. Welcome. We are here as dreamers, and we listen to the sound of our own inner music. Your guide appears. You greet with gratitude and grace, joy, anticipation, openness, readiness, willingness. Now you are guided. You are guided into the sacred temple, which becomes around you as you move forward just the vision and journey for you. I will be bringing the vision and journey for Dreamer, Lisa, and Flower. You take your own journey. They may cross paths, they may not. So we have a flying Pegasus horse that has greeted us, ladies. Dreamer's music, Lisa, and Flower get in the white chariot as Pegasus takes off. There's huge amounts of big, pink, beautiful balloons floating from this chariot. It's an open chariot, like a Santa Claus or something, and you're going up into the skies, into the dimensions, out of time, out of space. These beautiful balloons. What colors are they? What are yours? What do they feel like? You're lighter and lighter. You're traveling with Pegasus, moving through time. And now you tune in. You open your heart, you dissolve the barrier that's been there, and you allow your true quest to ask, what is the optimal past life for me? And if you just want that, that's perfect. And if you want to fill it in with a particular topic, in my business, with my health, in my relationship, with my finances, whatever it is. Now your embodiment is directing this chariot, flying beautifully, gently through time and space. It's a very soft, mystical, and magical experience. You relax. You're in the right place at the right time. You've asked for this, and the doors opened to you. All your dreams can come true, and you've chosen to be a dreamer. This is very wise. Become that dreamer even more than you think you have. Deepen your dreaming. Make it more vivid, more joyful, more emotional. Now embody this space. You've given directions to Pegasus, what direction you wish to go. And the navigation is not up to you. Now you relax. Perhaps you're laying in this chariot. Perhaps you're watching from a beautiful, comfortable chair. Is it plush like a princess or full of big pillows? Where is it that you're sitting, and how does it feel? As you move through time and space to the life that's optimal, you begin to feel the shifting and the changing. Keep moving through this journey, lower, deeper, coming into a timeline, feeling peaceful at the same time, free, able to fly away with Pegasus at any moment, safe, because in this now moment, you've been guided by your divine self, and inward you go, deeper and deeper, gently, very gently. Now allow yourself to feel. What is it that you feel? What is it that you feel is ahead of you? It's heard you ask your question. It knows the answers to your questions. It knows the answers, and it is answering. It's saying, here, over here, here we are. You feel that magnetic pull. It's an intuitive feeling. Where do you feel it and sense it? Now you're moving towards it naturally, gravitating, because it's so profound. It's so deep. It's so delightful. You're descending, descending, descending deeper into form, into a time and a space, until you align now over the heart chakra of the planet. Over Avalon, the Lady of the Lake is floating here with you. She's here to awaken your elemental magic from past lives, to help you remember, to have the creative freedom that you need, that you must create sacred space. And she takes you down, down into the mists of Avalon, into the lake. You can feel yourself getting lighter and lighter. Now you're changing form, you're shape shifting, you're conjuring forward. I wish this life. The alchemy is happening. The new perspective is dawning on you. You are becoming that life. You are seeing and feeling that perspective of a different life. Do you feel young or old? Do you feel? Do you feel separate, watching, or inside of this life? Recreate that life around you. You have the creative freedom. You're in the sacred space. The elements are here to create with you. It begins to appear out of time, out of space, from the vibrational field around you. Are you indoors or outdoors? As you enter this sacred space, you notice with all of your senses the feeling here, and you follow it. Why am I here? What happened? What is the feeling? Guide yourself into that timeline with these questions, that what you will be shown will be the answers to what you most require in this now moment, in this life, and will be the freedom for healing of this other life. Now, receive the message as if someone is bringing you a message appropriate to where you are, a scroll or an envelope or a box, a gift. Just receive it. I receive the message, the answer, the solution that brought me here. Now, as you're receiving it, you're becoming lighter and lighter, rising up out of that time and space, gently leaving the mists of Avalon, the Lady of the Lake, gifting you all that you came here for. Receive it, accept it, acknowledge it, feel gratitude as you come back into this moment, into this timeline, transformed, transmuted, shape-shifted, and holding some wisdom and secrets, freedom from whatever vows we're holding in that life is now beginning to take root. The revelations will come over time. As you sit with where you've been, there's no rush to come out. I'm going to read for these ladies individually into this journey. Whatever you saw is perfect. And here's also what I saw. First, I'm feeling Lisa Hilmer. Lisa Hilmer has resonated. You resonated with the Cinderella vibration. The description of Cinderella being these two lives, these two parts of us that are completely by choice, but that the divine nature is always that divine nature. The divine nature being reborn was taking you to a place you were being reborn, and it was bright light, and I just saw the baby and the bright light coming out, like someone holding a baby up, not even wrapped, just a pure little beautiful round baby held up in this gold light that was radiating all around. And it was a birth or rebirth that celebrated you were being shown to the light, you were being given the light, you were being received into the light, you were being illuminated, you were being celebrated, you were being renewed and nourished, really nourished and downloaded. Then just the glow, like you would see like halos, kind of rainbow halos that might come out if you were looking at sunlight coming through. It's coming through a window, very like stained glass window type of thing almost, and then as it's coming in, like that church in England or wherever, or you have this feeling around it, but as the auras go out, there's this vision of an altar, Jesus, Mary kind of statues, and then it goes out further. That's all in a hazy background. It's all about the baby. So there's something about a baptism going on as we're dialing out the vision. There's the more of the church is there. There's this stone thing with water. Some people gathered around it. There's a priest, pastor-like person, kind of very traditional looking. We're backing out. But whoever's holding you up has no body. It's almost like you're big and you're above all those people. They're doing something here in this dimension, and you're up here in the upper level dimension, being held up as a baby, being blessed in the divine sun, and then backing out more. There's not many people attending other than the main family right up around the thing, but very far at the back, there's a few people, and then out we go out the church door and it just disappears. There's a lot there for you to unpack, unravel, and we'll do that kind of thing in the class, help unravel the meaning of things. That is what I'm seeing, because now it floats off, like that church was like just floating through time and space. It was just like colors and energy, and then it just flew off, disappeared. So that means that was like entering a little time and space, and it left. Different, again, the ways you perceive it. You appear in a cave, or you're in a dungeon, or you're above it and you fly down into it, or you suddenly find yourself in a forest, or whatever. It's all perfect, and it's all communication. So telling us what we're receiving and why. And how. Everything has a language. So you went in there, you floated there, and the message was the traditional religious aspect of it didn't seem oppressive, negative, but it was, the idea was that you are raised above the mundane. You are now reborn, and this happened in San Francisco, as you know. You're now reborn, like you've been pushed up out of the mundane world where, the baptized, whatever, normal people doing whatever, controlled by the church, whatever. There's nothing really intense that way. It's just really representing the rules, regulations, the traditions, the habits of thought, as well as culture that are operating in this dimensional, where we think we are bodies in a world, pushed you up here, and you're being held up by these divine hands, these beautiful loving hands of a mother, and into the light at another higher dimension. So when you see a life like that, it's telling you that this has happened, this is happening, remember, and take it and imprint that image and remember. And what is it from there? Okay, what is it from there? We're going from there, not back down here. This is all gray now. This lower level of the image is gray. It's dead. It's gone. So, thank you. Lisa, cat. So there's a forest, and there was a lot of like trails in the forest. It's very fairy forest, skipping, stopping, hiding, skipping, dressing up like a elf, big like little outfits, like playing, making little outfits in the woods out of leaves and long pointed ears, out of folding bark, and just like this very old fashioned. It's it's the like fairy world, like everything is magical. You look like a thin young child, but you're like tall. I don't know, 7, maybe 10, but has that feeling of 7 when you're coming in your body and you're still completely connected to the magic of the truth of the universe, and you're playing with everything, and everything is a play, and it's joyful, and it's dress ups, and it's acting, and it's beautiful, and there's this like, it's like the perfect idyllic, fairy village around, like little trails and moss and little rivers and little waterfalls, and you might imagine like little elf houses. It's just, that's the essence here. It's very dense, England, Celtic, whatever, something, that energy, but you're playing, and you're almost like putting on a show, and that show is so real that you become a master of embodying. And this life wants to be one with you now, wants you to remember both that joy when you still played with everything in the environment. There was no lack. You didn't need anything. You just took a piece of bark, and now you were an elf, and you did this and you did that, and you played off of it, and you danced with it. And there was a delight and a happiness, and there was an acceptance of the abundance that you have. There was an acceptance that everything was provided. It's all here. Just play and wonderful. And the mastery that life became as an actor, as somebody who presented, somebody who amused, uplifted. There was the playfulness and the connection to source lived on in lifting other people up, bringing that play and that delight and that imagination. So the imagination must be cultivated, and you need that, and the strength to speak up and to ask for what you want, to be what you want, and let the universe support you in all the different ways that it can, is key. Because for you to be who you are meant to be, then all the world is a stage, and all the world is there for you to wander, and it has everything. That's an embodiment of great delight and very vital to your heart, living in your heart. Visit often, become one, talk, play together, learn, remember. Ooh, delightful. All right. Flower. Ooh, wonderful. So flower, I'm seeing like field of flowers, and a woman, like a Guinevere woman, the hair flowing and kind of braided, like just beautiful, just sitting and sitting down. The flowers are almost over the head in the flower field. And so no one can find you. You're inside of this beautiful flowing field, and you're sitting there and you're looking around, and you have a very formal and beautiful gown on, very expensive, very beautiful for the era. And you look like, wealthy or nobility or royalty, but you like to go in nature and get dirty and sit in the flowers and sit in the fields. So you found these places you go to, and you go there and you sit in these sacred places, and no one knows where you are. No one can find you. And you just commune with the flowers, and you look at the clouds, and you open up these intuitive pathways. So this is what is asking for you to do again, is find those sacred places, escape the life that feels safe and wonderful enough to give yourself that peace, that opening, and reconnect to the magic. This life very much can help you open your intuitive skills back to connecting to the moment, the time, and the living library that's inside of the wind or inside of or the sky or the clouds or the field or the flowers or so on. So very, very, it's vital for you. It's like it's a vitamin. It's like a vitamin. It's a vitamin for you to do that. You can't go without that. You need to find them. Even didn't matter where you are, you'll find your places. If you can't sit in a flower field, that's okay. Not many people can. You find your places, you make your places. Maybe you buy some flowers and put them around you, even pretend flowers, like put them, fake flowers, you put them around, you create a space, or whatever else, maybe mandalas or drawings or just colorful blossoming things that blossom and provide protection. Also living things that are rooted to the earth, and that swaying feeling, right, of a field of wheat, a field of grass, a field of flowers, tall, then it's always moving with the wind. Down at its root, it's safe. It's like the forest floor, right? And that's where you sit and you root and you separate from your life and your rules and your identities, and you go away from your duties like she did, and you sit and you be that. Give that some time in your life. Very beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. All right, Dreamers music. Back we go to the woman who opened it all. Now, you may all have experienced a completely different life, and that's fine. You'll learn in the classes how much you can have different things, and then we find all the similarities, or they answer one thing and then another. So you had that experience first, and I was riding through it, but then I turned around and came back to see what I see. So mine is a reading after yours, as well as back into the time to see some of what you felt. So please share what you felt, share anything you're feeling, share feedback on these readings. And so this is a very cosmic, space age, stellar, star nation kind of image and feeling. And there's like you're standing, there's a body that's almost like all white, that's been put into hyperspace, that's traveling through time or through, across the galaxy, and it's in this like pod. And then there's this violet light that opened, and it's going like somebody opened your pod, and now this violet light is coming and bombarding you from above and below. And the feeling is that it's like bringing you back to life, like if you've been put into hyperventilation or dormancy or whatever are the terms to travel afar, type of thing. Of course, we would do that differently, but that idea that you're somewhere, there's an essence to you that is somewhere preserved, moving through time and space in a particular way, that is now ready to awaken, is now ready to be brought back to life, like cryogenics or something. I don't know how that works, but this is like very, this violet light, and then little lightning rod, like Tesla coil type things happening around you, and it's just moving up and down. So the essence is that this life, this journey, this question, this moment, this experience, this portal, and the 8-8 portal are awakening something you've been hibernating, something that's been waiting through time, like opening a time capsule. And it needs time to come to life. It's almost like an android, or like a mannequin, just white mannequin. It's just standing there, and it's receiving this light. So the light is a violet flame, and the violet flame transmutes, and it takes everything and immediately transmute all the frequencies that's no longer needed. So that is happening for you right now. That's going to be happening through 8-8. That's the main thing. Don't worry about anything else. After that, you're going to notice a shift in your perception. The key here is for you to respect that this is happening. There's a part of me, I may know what it is, I may not. Be curious. Don't try to direct it. Don't try to make it talk to you. Be in the experience. It is like something waking up. You don't want to be like, hey, who are you? What are you doing? Why did you do that? Okay. You're being the host. You're being the home for this part of you to awaken. Okay. You're being the good caretaker, saying, oh, Okay, you're nurturing it back to life. And then this part of you is going to become something that you re-embody, remember, relate to, reconnect, whatever. But it is a part of you. And so you are nurturing a part of you that's been a very long time dormant. Now, it hasn't in any way impaired your functioning, It is something that couldn't awaken until now for many reasons. One, this era, but two, the work you've done and the frequency that you are reaching is ready. And it's important to keep nurturing your divine, your music, your dreams, and your positive thinking, like everyone. All right. So we're going to come to our close now and dive into June. Gonna just see if there's a different energy that would like to hold space for us. Yes, indeed, of course. Okay. So you stay with the energies you've received, but you say, I received that, and now I'm moving my focus. Remember, you filled your basket. Now you just got filled with answers, downloads, releases, whatever. You connected with a past life, with past lives. You've changed, transformed your past, who you are now, and it's all in integration. So again, you just take that and you put it somewhere. Think about wherever you want, you create it, that creative space. Where you put it up in your bank, put it in your heart, put it in your beautiful sacred cottage somewhere in your creative realms. And the otherworld deva of elemental magic, the Lady of the Lake from Avalon, was here. This is card 17 if you have the deck. All right, so we're going to talk as June has opened the door and asked for us to receive information, downloads, activations, memory, understanding, awakening, reconnection, rebooting around money and concerns with money. We're asking for the divine guides to bring us to this answer. Well, the Celtic water magic priestess is not who we're going to, but she's required me to stay here so you can receive healing from this. Her message is that you're awakening your ancient cellular codes. So work with water in many ways. So the angel of prosperous blessings for creative ideas and action. So this is interesting because the question is money, which is a broad topic, right? Money is a concept. It's neutral energetically, and as an essence, the way we think of it, it can take the form of coins or paper, numbers on a screen in your credit card bill or your credit, or there's many ways we've related to the idea of money. And we have an emotional relationship that's tied up in our ancestry, in our DNA, and a lot else. So it's 1313 now on my computer. As you free yourself from these paradigms that have been in our culture, in our minds, in our bodies, in our cells, in our DNA, of these blocks to money, of these very, very difficult negative energies with money, we are not just confronting our own habit of seeing money as limited. It's renewable. It's inexhaustible. It's an infinite supply. It comes from the infinite. Everything comes from the infinite. It doesn't come from people. It comes through people. It comes through situations. It comes through giving value Hello. Okay. Well, I just completed an epic and amazing experience, and I have no idea when you guys disappeared. So that's been it. We're really raising a lot of energy. We went through a beautiful past life experience. We went through coming back into this moment, being a blessing. And I thank you. I hope you'll join me in the intuitive creator. And thank you for being here. It is time that we are done. Namaste.